Hey YouTube, what is up? Today with Kaldheim out, a few days out, we are trying a mono black Ugin Tergrid control. It's technically like an Ugin deck, but it's Tergrid control. And the reason why this card is great in this deck is because whenever they discard a card, if this is in play, we get to take it for free as long as it's a non-token card. Worst case scenario, since we're ramping, also we could play the lantern side and then use that as a win condition. Most of the time, we're probably going to be using the lantern side as the win condition, but the creature side of it is also good in this deck. And the reason why the creature side of it is also good in this deck is because we're running a lot of hand destruction cards. So we use this, they discard a card, Tergrid gets to play for free. We use this, discard a card, Tergrid gets to play for free. Liliana, discard a card, Tergrid gets to play for free. So like it has synergy in it with it. This is a hand destruction mono black control. So with Tergrid, we get to get their cards and play for free. And if that doesn't happen, well, we just play the lantern and win with the lantern. You know what I mean? They lose 3 life. That's a sacrifice of permanent. And the cool thing about this is you can do both the lantern and the god because they're 2 different cards. So if they start sacrificing permanents, then we get to take it with Tergrid as the creature side if we have the creature in play. But so this is the deck. But if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow me, check out the description and stuff like that, Twitch, whatever. But yeah, let's go ahead and so let's break the deck down a little bit and then go into the matches. So we need early cheap interaction removal. So I have 2 Blood Chief Thirst in here just in case there might be a lot of aggro deck with Kaldheim. I don't know, maybe. There's usually a lot of aggro decks with the new set releases for every set. So that's why we have Blood Chief. It's just been always like that. Beginning the set, people go aggro since they don't know what to play. Aggro seems to be a great deck anyways. So 2 remorses, we're a hand destruction deck. We want to look at their hand, exile cards. There's something in the graveyard, we can exile, escape cards. But like I said, it's a hand destruction deck. Then we have a 5 more removal, 2 mana removal cards. So we want to kill off their board, go into Ugin. That's how we win, is with Ugin. We don't win with the Ugin necessarily, but it is a big card. But we want to keep their board clear so we have time to cast Ugin. We're a control deck. 4 Mazemind Tomes are essential in this deck. It's our draw power. We do ramp, so this can always usually draw us cards, and then sometimes we need it to draw lands, but it's a control deck, so you want 4 Mazemind Tomes. And since you're in black, there's not very much great draw power in this color, so Mazemind Tome is great. 2 Nightmares in case we're going, this might not be good. So originally I put this in because of rogues. If there's rogue decks, I figured since rogues, I mean, it's a great solid deck. Rogues was solid prior to Kaldheim, and people might still be playing Rogues. But if Rogues is not a deck, I wouldn't be playing this. I would probably be playing. You could play the new card that discards cards, but I probably would be playing Soul Shatter in the main deck because Soul Shatter also triggers with the creature side of Tergrid. It removes a creature. Stuff like that. So, but if there's a lot of Rogues, this would be great. If there's not, I probably would main deck 2 Soul Shatters. 4 Predations, obviously, it's a land, it's a discard effect, it works with Tergrid. 4 Extinction Events, like I said, we're expecting probably a lot of aggro decks. 4 Extinction Events. Hoggle Mauling, it's a land, it's another creature removal. Liliana works multiple ways for us. It discards cards out of their hand, it's a removal. It's technically a win condition because it puts a creature from a graveyard onto our battlefield. So since we're removing all their creatures, or not removing, but destroying all their creatures, we can start stealing their creatures and attacking them with it. 4 Solemns were technically a control slash ramp slash colorless deck. Obviously Tergrid, that's the backbone of this deck. It's a Tergrid control deck. 3 of them. I didn't want to do 4 since it's legendary. I didn't want to do 4, so I did it at 3. We're trying to win Burning Rune. This card's actually not bad. It's a 6 mana. Go grab 2 cards. They choose one of them and give it to you. So you could just grab either like 2 removals. You could grab 2 hand destructions. And then you get one or the other regardless. You know what I mean? So it's a good card. And then 4 Ugins, obviously, to top the curve off. Mana's whatever. It's plain simple mana. duress, more hand destruction, more removal, more against like doom decks, control decks, more removal, combo decks, Necromancia, Soul Shatter. Like I said, it's Tergrid, but like I said, I may move it to the main deck and maybe put this to 2, especially because of Tybalt's Trickery. If people start playing Tybalt's Trickery, this will be a way to interact with them as long as they don't have it on turn 2. Treacherous Blessing against control decks, and here it is against more aggro decks. So Tergrid control. So let's see how this ends up working. Let's go give it a try into the matches. All right, playing some Tergrid control versus whatever. Let's see what our opponent's playing. We're playing against Luke Obus. All right, we have 4 lands and removal. We don't know what we're playing against. Your opponent's waiting for their initial. Okay. So we have no idea what we're playing against. We have removal. So, and there's not a Yorion revealed. So because since Yorion's not revealed, we know that we're not playing against a control deck. All right, mono black Tergrid. All right, Luke Obis. Okay, so we're playing against mono white aggro. Let's just kill. So I'm wondering what could he play that would protect the creature. Otherwise, we can just save it and wait until he goes into combat and see what happens. Oh, he's playing red-white aggro. Okay. Well, it's a good thing we saved. I mean, we have 5 cards in our hand anyway, so it didn't matter. But it was a good thing we saved our removal because Robber the Witch is a lot worse card than this Usher the Fallen. I mean, a 2-drop or a 1-drop 2/1 is not bad. And then you go boost. You go boost. Oh, I should have done this. No, I waited too long. I should have done it in combat because now he can just. All right. Missed the opportunity to kill it before. But I guess he's only going to create a 1/1 for 2 mana, which is fine. He didn't really put out. I mean, a 1/1 doesn't do anything, so who cares? I think we're fine. He used 2 mana to do nothing really, create a 1/1. We're at 16. And we have Crawling Barrens. Alright, what you got, opponent? What you got? Rimrock Knight. Alright, we're going to kill this in response. Get rid of the Rimrock. This way we kill the creature and get rid of the Rimrock. I mean, he only used Seasoned Hollowblade. We have Extinction, but Seasoned Hollowblade. Alright, ooh, there's Tergrid. We don't have any what's it called right now, hand cards in our hand, so we're just gonna cast this as an artifact because I mean I could cast it as a 4/5, but I'm gonna hold up Extinction is what I'm doing. Let's see what they got. And Tergrid's technically a clock. Tergrid's a clock control. I mean it's a clock against them. What am I saying? Clock control. It's a clock against them. Because since this is a mono black ramp deck, as long as I'm ramping into mana, so I'm gonna be using Tergrid's the lantern multiple times per turn. And let's see what he's I'm assuming he's just gonna lose 3 life. I mean, I could have casted it as a 4/5. Oh, I'm just drawing a bunch of lands. I mean, it's kind of good and kind of not bad. So look, so he's hitting us for 3 here, right? We're hitting him for 6. So we're winning the race. If that's all he does is just Hollow Blade, we're winning the race. And then if he puts a lot to the board, we have Extinction. Okay, well that sucks because now he went odd and even. Now that the fact that he went odd and even kind of sucks. All right. I think he's just going to take 3. I don't think he's sacrificing Bone Crusher here, so it's gonna, yep. All right. We could pop Crawling Barrens, but I don't know if that's good. I'm just going to untap here. Use it again. He goes down to 11. We're at 10. We have Extinction. Maze Mind Tomes, not bad. Not bad at all. I'll take that. Because we have what, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can use Extinction and Tome in the same turn, or we can do. No, that's what we're doing. We're doing Extinction Tome. But now I'm just debating on if I want to do odd or even. So obviously, even because that card is harder for us to kill. We have Heartless Act, eliminates that they can just do it, but it's 3 damage versus 4 damage. What is he highlighting Bone Crusher for? Huh. Play Maze Mind Tome. All right. And then Maze Mind Tome will start gaining us and drawing us cards. So let's see. We have Crawling Barons in case we need as a chump blocker. We're going to 7 here unless he has some combat tricks. He's technically going to 8. Shepherd of the Flock. Well, I wish I would have kept Extinction here because I could have called the. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, there's 3 more Extinctions. We have 7 mana. Nope, need Swamp. Don't need Swamp. All right. He has 9 on power. Don't need Swamp. All right. Oh no, that was like what, 3 land? That was 3 lands in a row. Holy moly! With 7 lands in play, it's 3 lands on top. Goldspan Dragon. Okay, that's just game. Goldspan does it. All right, that's fine. That's only game 1. All right, Blood Chief eliminates Murderous Riders, Shadow's Vertex. Just bring in all the removal. Nightmares are not great here. We're gonna cut that. Liliana's not gonna do anything here. Burning Tree is a little expensive. Yeah, it grabs me any card, but it's a little expensive. We just want to bring in more removal just to keep their board clear. We win the game with either Ugin or Tergrid. So just keep their board clear. We have 2 lands and 2 removal and a tome. Sure. Seems fine. The part that sucks is both our Hagrid and Castle enter in tapped. Well, at least we can do a Blood Chief and play our land. So kill this, play our castle. And then we have a 3 mana effect. We could do either Tome or Eliminate depending on what they do. Well, I guess we're doing some Tome instead because we can't eliminate Hollow Blade. And then we need a land so we can play Solemn. Seasoned Hollow Blade. Such a card. All right, take 3. Yep. Dun, dun, dun. So we're gonna tome here to look for a land. We need lands because our hand is gonna be gas as long as we have more lands. Giant Killer, sure. Because we can't currently cast multiple spells since we only have 3 lands. So we need more lands so we can cast multiple spells per turn. I mean, it's a. I was like, it's a land, but it comes in tapped. All right, we'll go to 5 mana. We need more lands. So if he attacks with Hollow Blade, we could chump block. Robber the Rich, sure. I think he's just gonna use Giant Killer to stop Solemn from blocking. Ooh. Oops, excuse me. All right, Scry. Ooh, even, odd. Ooh, I mean, I gotta keep. All right, so what? Okay, so what we could do here is we can eliminate the Giant Killer, so Giant Killer can't tap our Solemn. Then we can chump block with the Solemn, and then Extinction the following turn. This way we don't, lose anything. And then we could either, yeah, let's see what they have. If they have Goldspan in their hand. There it is. There's Goldspan. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, so what we did there was we removed the odd creature. So that way we can Extinction on even. That was a good draw though. That was a good draw. That was an unfortunate draw. Let's see if he attacks with Hollow Blade. He attacks with Hollow Blade. That's good for us. He hit my Ugin. That's fine. I didn't want to draw it. I don't know if they're getting up to 8 mana anyways. Make him discard the last card, draw a card, and play Extinction. And then all he has is, what is it? Maul of the, whatever, the weapon. Draw a card. Okay, that's fine, technically. Oh, that's good. Extinction even. Yep. See, so our plan came to to work exactly how we wanted. Kill the odd so that we could block with Solemn, and Extinction. Perfect way. We got it out to work perfectly. We baited our opponent to do it. Let's see what they're gonna do though. Shepherd, return it. Okay, that doesn't really save you any mana though. Because then you have to pay 3 to cast it and you use 1 to return it. That's technically 4 mana just to equip. So I'm gonna play that. I could have discarded the weapon here, but I'd rather play as my land drop. I need lands for Ugin. I have 2 Ugins in my hand. And we cast Ugin, we win the game. We have 7 mana. Draw, gain 4. Okay. Ooh, Tergrid. Tergrid. I could have casted Tergrid, but an Ugin should lock this up. There's no haste creatures, except for Goldspan, I guess. Like, there's no haste creatures outside of Goldspan. And we'll just win with Ugin. And we could cast this as the Lantern. So now they're taking 3, 6. They're taking 9 per turn. No, wait. If we untap, it's 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, darn, he's taking my Lantern. Oh, I messed up here. I did that what the Skyclave entered. So he could technically sacrifice the Skyclave, and I don't get a 4/4. I should have done it prior to Skyclave coming into play. Okay, he's just gonna concede. It's gonna concede. All right. I don't see we're changing anything. I mean, we could do the nightmares but it's not worth it. Because the nightmare couldn't hit. Now we saw Skyclave. It could hit Robber the Rich. I mean, it could hit the 1-drop, but I don't think it's worth it. It can't hit the Shepherd because the Shepherd's a 3/1, so it misses that. It can't hit Hollow Blades. It can't hit Goldspan, so it's not worth doing that for that. Opponent took a mulligan. We have 4 lands: Solemn, Tergrid, Ugin. This is a tough one. They're technically an aggro deck, right? But yeah, they're an aggro. I just can't. Okay, we go bottom of tome. Yeah, the last hand, unfortunately, I couldn't keep. With the tome here is nice because they're an aggro deck. I had no removal. If I don't remove anything they're doing, then we're just gonna get run over. They took a mulligan. That doesn't mean necessarily that their hand's gonna be bad. So Agonizer, Remorse, good draw. Good draw. Tome, Remorse, Solemn, great draws. He hasn't played anything. All right, let's Remorse. We put a Tome to the bottom and drew another one. Oh, okay, we're taking Shadow Scald. Yep. Showdown Scald. Showdown Scald. No. That card is card advantage. Okay, we need another land, so land, Tome, Scribe for land, hopefully for Solemn, and then Solemn grabs us the 5th mana for Verdict. If we need to do Verdict. Let's see, full mana. Oh no, he drew... He drew Showdown Scald after we got rid of it. Oh, that's good. Good times. Keep that. Keep that. Solemn, grab a land. The old I never played Moto, but they call that the Thoughtseize bug. You Thougtseize the card and then they draw it right after. The Thoughtseize bug. Alright, so yep. Protection from God. Exile target tagging or blocking leaves the battlefield. Okay, that doesn't do anything. We got Shadow's Verdict to wipe his board. That does nada. Okay, so Shadow's Verdict and we draw land. Goodbye. Player land. Attack for 2. Shadow's Verdict is so powerful against this deck. Like, they literally can't do anything about Shadow's Verdict. It exiles, so they can't protect with they have the, what is it, that 1-drop that their creatures can't be destroyed or whatever. Who cares? Because it exiles. That's fine. We can kill that. And it's a 1-drop, so we only have to pay 1 mana here. Dude, we're drawing way... Oh no, I paid too much. That was dumb of me. Oh man. That was a 1-drop. Okay, we messed up there. That's fine. It's fine. Could have technically had another Maze Mind Tome in play, but it's fine. It's a new card. I'm still learning what it does. All right, so eliminate the Shepherd. Play Maze Mind Tome. Play Predation as my land drop. We can then attack for 2 and draw a card. All these Maze Mind Tomes. We even put a Maze Mind Tome to the bottom of the deck. He drew Ox. He drew Oxyboy. Oxyboy. All right. Nice draw. Nice draw, opponent. We still have a game here, huh? We still got a game. Okay, crawling variants. Okay, Murderous Rider. Okay. They have only 3 cards in their graveyard, so they can't even bring it back. 4, 7, 8. So 3. Okay. Yeah, so we have 8. So we're gonna use Murderous Rider to kill the Ox, and then we have 5 mana left over, and we could use that mana for the 2 tomes. I could have casted the other to okay, so now we're just gonna kill Goldspan then. Gives him flying first strike. Alright, that's fine. Goldspan's gonna generate a mana. Okay. We can, I don't know, Ox. Okay. Let's draw a card. We have so much removal that we could draw. Oh, land's not one of them. Take 6. We could cast Murderous Rider. We could start gaining life. Sacrifice this artifact. Add 1 mana. Oh, it adds 2 mana if the dragon's in play. Ah, okay. That's the dragon's effect. So while the dragon's not on board. Ah, okay. I see. I was like, why isn't it adding 2 mana? But it's because the dragon's effect. Okay. We have a lot of solemns. Let's see. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 9 mana. 9 mana, right? So 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could do 4, 4, make it 8. We could do 7, I think. 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Do I want to ramp here with the double solemns, or do I want to take action? Let's see. I could use another tome also to scry us cards. Nice, yeah. Thank you, opponent. We've drawn a million tomes. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty lucky. It's pretty darn lucky. I agree. All right. So he hits us for 6 again. To 9. So let's draw. No, I'm supposed to scry first, but all right. Extinction. It's odd. Okay, that's good. That's fine. All right, now we got the game locked up. Extinction odd. Now no more Oxys for him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 because we could cast this and use both tomes. Yep, that works. Perfect mana. We should have locked the game up. There we go. We got this game. All right, let's see. 5 degrees. 5 degrees. All right, So we have 3 lands, 2 removals, 2 hand destructions. Seems like a fun hand. There we go. We'll keep this. I'm pretty sure, like, they're not. So once again, they're not revealing a companion, so it's not that kind of deck. Oh, we're playing against food. We're playing against Foodarino. Let's kill this Gilded Goose. Gilded Goose. Ooh, Tergrid. All right. Let's see their hand. Yep, food. Oh, so exiles. Do we just want to take their 3 cost here? So that they don't have a 3 charm? And then we could use Predation to take their 4 drop? Obviously, the troll is what is like the problem because this card exile. So it would exile the troll, but I'm buying time by them not playing cards. So now we can play Swamp Predation onto their 4 drop. What is this? Choose target creature you control, target creature you don't control. If 3 or more snows are permanents, the creature gets both indestructible, and then those creatures fight. Okay. Okay. Extinction's a good draw. Extinction's a good draw. Because now we have something to kill the Troll King, and it exiles it. So we're going to cast Tergrid Lantern here. And since we use our hand destruction, we're just going to cast this as the Lantern. So that's the good thing about Tergrid in this deck. It can be used both as the first effect, because we have hand destruction cards, or it can be used as the Lantern to just win the game. So target you. What you gonna do? Either give up 3 life, or discard a card, or give up the permanent. Sure. So kill Mammoth. If he tries it, oh no, that's fine. I think we could take 3. We're at 19. We could take 3. He's discarding a card. He doesn't want to take 3 life. What was that? Why was that done? That was weird. Oh no, what the heck? That was a kind of very laggy. Oh wow, he has 2. He has 2 trolls. All right, you're gonna take 3 life here, and then we can use it to untap, and then we have extinction event against the troll. So unless they like draw something really in, okay, that's fine. And if they sack we're gonna respond. If they sack the Troll King, then they lose their food. Extinction even here. No more Troll Kings. Yeah, Tergrid's such a great card. Tergrid's such a great card. Oh my god. Alright, we have to do this now because otherwise he could sack the Feasting Trolls. Predation, too slow. Alright, well, Troll King to Troll King to Troll King is pretty darn good. Alright, so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got Ugins, we got Extinctions, Gilded Goose, okay. Now Tergrid is not technically going to work because they can gain more life than we can do, but we can do 9 damage. But they have 6 food. They could just sack the foods. So block, take 5, go grab, draw some cards. We need to draw cards. Take action, another solemn. Castle. So we play solemn, play castle. So 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we can't do Tergrid's untap 3 times. So solemn helps us thin the deck out. Castle plays the land, and then we could use Tergrid Lantern to make them sack, or we can use Crawling Barrens and Animate as a blocker in case we need it. So we could either do castle, I mean not castle, we could either do Crawling Barrens, or actually we could even do castle. Because we're only gonna, actually maybe castle is just better. Because we're looking for Ugins, Extinctions. And we have no cards in our hand, so okay. We're taking 5 at least though. So if when we because we have to block Troll King, otherwise it's a 2-turn clock. Whereas if we don't block, so if we block Troll King, it's a 3-turn clock. But if we don't block Troll King, it's a 2-turn clock. So let's draw so that way we take less damage here. Okay, eliminate. That doesn't really help me, but it can only kill Gilded Goose, I guess. It prevents him from creating multiple more foods. Sure. Block, take 5. We have the Crawling Barrens to chump block, so we're not dead technically next turn. Tergrid. The creature. So 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 7? Yeah, we could cast both. Okay. So cast Tergrid, cast Solemn. Let's see what happens. Sucks that sacking the food doesn't work with Tergrid, but so because the foods are non-land, they're tokens, whatever, and it says non-land tokens. Yeah, so we don't get the foods. That'd be cool if we could get the foods, but it doesn't work that way. That would be pretty neat. Yeah, I see non-token permanents. 6 food. All right. Oh no, Wicked Wolf. That was a good draw. Because we were able to take the Troll King, but all right, there's 37 cards in our deck. We need Extinction or Ugin. Extinction or Ugin. Extinction or Ugin. Extinction or Ugin. We have 2 draws. We got 2 draws. All right. Let's chump block. Let's see. Extinction or Ugin. We have 4 and 4. 37 cards. Okay. There it is. Boom. Eugene is on like Donkey Kong. All right. Sure. Eugene is on. Okay, we can't use the lantern because if we use the lantern here, he could just sacrifice his Troll King. We want to exile Troll King. If we would have used the lantern, we would have lost the game. He would have sacked the Troll King and then brought it back. Oh no. That's a very good draw. He has 6 foods. That was a really good draw. 6 foods in play. All right, I top decked, so it's only fair. And then he top decked, so all right, let's pump Crawling Barrens. So let's see, not yet. Let's see, 4. We could hit him for 4, and then hit him for 3, so 6. But he's just dead the next. Oh no, he could. Well, no, then he's forced to sack his foods. So we're putting him down to 2 and forcing him to sack his foods, or he's dead. We have eliminate to kill the creature that he's cast. Crawling Barrens. Okay. Well, sure. Do I save eliminate for Crawling Barrens? No, that's game because he can't. If he animates Crawling Barrens, we win because of Ugin. So we kill this now. He's at 2. He can't animate Crawling Barrens and sack the foods. And I mean, drawing the Mauler is pretty good. So even if he animates, hold full control in case he animates, but he can't animate. He has to sack these foods. So he's going to gain 6 life. We hit him for 8. That's lethal. All right, game 1 to food. Game 1. All right, so what are we bringing here? I think I like Remorses in this matchup because I need to exile the, what is it, the Troll King card. Necromancia is there against the combo decks. So 2 Remorses. I think we bring in 2 Remorses here. Liliana's bad. Nightmares are bad. Their creatures are all big. And Liliana on turn 4, they probably already have 4 or 5 power on board, especially with the new creature that's a 3-drop 4/4. So Liliana is not worth playing in this matchup at all. It's more against the like the Rakdos, the control decks, the Doom decks, whatever you want to call it. The rest is also only good against. So I think we bring in 2 Agonized Remorses and 2 Murderous Riders, because Shadow's Verdict doesn't do anything, Treacherous Blessing doesn't do anything. I think that's how we do it. Yeah, say it's 60 cards. We brought in more removal and more hand destruction. 5 degrees. 2 land. It's 2 land with Heartless Act eliminate. Okay. And we have extinction events later down the road. We got extinctions down the road. All right. Goose turn 1, Trail Crumbs turn 2. That's bad for us. That is very, very bad. All right, opponent. Turn 1 Goose into a turn 2 Oven Trail Crumbs, huh? And then, I mean, he could sack it, create a food. That's for mono black. That's gonna be hard to beat. Yep, that's gonna be hard for us to beat. Trail Crumbs is gonna give him way too much advantage. Gonna give him way too much advantage. I think we could have been fine if he didn't have obviously Trail Crumbs, because like he only has 2 cards in his hand now. And the goose is just a reoccurring food generator. So with the Trail Crumbs, I think I have to kill this goose. It's just too much reoccursion with the goose and Trail Crumb. El Gusarino. Gusarino. Mammoth. Okay. Okay, well, we don't have a land, so we could either Heartless Act or Rider this. This is probably going to be a land in his hand. Ooh, never mind. That's a good one. We can't murder, so we couldn't Murderous Rider because he could sack it and then we lose Murderous Rider. So that's why we didn't do that. We did Remorse because, like I said, if we Murderous Rider, he could respond with Witch's Oven, sacrifice the Mammoth, and then the Mammoth goes to the graveyard, but our Murderous Rider doesn't adventure. We lose Murderous Rider, in other words. We have Murderous Rider, and it's a good thing we kept Murderous Rider because now he hit Vivian, so we have something to deal with Vivian. Wicked Wolf, that's a good draw. Doesn't even have to give up food to fight it, so that's a good draw. Maze Mind Tome, hit for 3. Extinction Event. It's an odd and an even, so that's not great for us. We have 3 extinctions in our hand. I'm just gonna take damage here. Possibly take damage. I'm gonna hold up Heartless Act, but take 6, I guess. I'm gonna also hold up Murderous Rider in case he hits the Vivian land. Worst case scenario, we just use Maze Mind Tome. And Wicked Wolf is also a good thing because now he doesn't have to pay 2 mana to sack the tokens. He could just do. Okay, there's his 5th mana. This card's actually surprisingly a lot better than I thought it was. It has haste. Second, Trail Crumbs with Wicked Wolf. Okay. We're not even we're Trample Haze. So 4, 5, 6. We're not even close to Ugin mana, and we don't even have Ugin. We can't play multiple spells here. Okay, you got this one. Double Troll Crumbs. Keeping it the same, I think. I could do Blood Chief to deal with the goose, but it's not worth it. He had a decent opener with his turn 1 goose, Troll Crumbs, Witch's Oven. All right. We have lands and removal and hand destruction, so seems fine. Remorse. That's a pretty good hand, but slow, but good hand. What is this? Whatever permanent contribute to our spell. Okay. Troll Crumbs, I guess. That's something we can't deal with. The creatures we could deal with, we have removal. Foretell. So he foretold that whatever dragon, mammoth, whatever it was. I don't know. I don't know what it was. Was it a mammoth, a dragon? I don't know. Take Wicked Wolf. Ooh, Eugene. So he's gonna cast that. Yep, mammoth. He's gonna cast it. 6/5. Sure. So it's a 4 mana, 6/5. Not bad. And he gets to draw a card. Maybe I should have taken that instead of the. That's fine. All right. Maze Mind Tome is a good draw because now we have draw power. And we need more lands right here too, so we could do Ugins. 4 clogs. Oh, this is actually a good interaction for us. So Maze Mind Tome now gains no counters, and we get to draw cards off it. It's like it helps Tergrid. Interesting. Oh wait. Oh no. So I was supposed to use Maze Mind Tome here because it doesn't gain a counter. And I'm gonna use it anyways, so I should have done Maze Mind Tome first and then kill the dude because now Maze Mind Tome is gonna put a counter on it. So now my Maze Mind Tome goes to 1 when it should technically have been 0. Okay, Ugins. Say 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. I think I just have to draw a card with Maze Mind Tome. I need lands, okay. Alright. We have 7. We're gonna put an upkeep stop because we need land 8. So great henge. Great henge. The infamous Great Henge. Alright, well, our first Ugin's just gonna be clapped by his Crawling Barrens. Okay, that's not a land. Well, that's why we have an upkeep stop, because we need a land. Troll Crumbs. That's not gonna matter, because we're doing a -5 effect here. Okay, there's our land. Alright. Alright, Ugin. It's suicide time. Suicide. Suicide mission, Ugin. I'm sorry. I had to throw you away. I have to. I can't let them have what they have. Alright, so first Ugin's dead. Eugene. Eugene. I apologize. The first one died. Alright. So we're at 10. I need to take this up just to be safe to gain some life. Solemn Simulacrum. It gives us another mana. Tergrid. If the thing that sucks about Agonizing Remorse is it's exile, so it doesn't work with Tergrid. Poor Tergrid. We'll keep. It's a body. It ramps me. and then it allows me. So the reason why I kept it is because it ramps me. It's a blocker, and it allows me this turn to use both Maze Mind Tomes to draw cards. See, we have 4 mana, so we could use both Maze Mind Tomes and gain 4 lives. So we go to 14, draw 2. We have a chump blocker for Crawling Barrens. So if when we block Gilly Goose, okay. When we chump the Crawling Barrens, we draw technically 3 this turn. This henge is gonna be our death probably. So I'm not blocking here. Not blocking here because I could protect Ugin with the Solemn. Okay, so I could have blocked with Solemn, but then that leaves Ugin vulnerable to die again to Crawling Barrens. So by not blocking another Goose, okay. By not blocking, I can now block the Crawling Barrens with Solemn and protect Ugin. Because I want to go upstairs with Ugin. So that's why we didn't block. Predation. Ooh, there's a discard outlet for Tergrid. Do I take the chance and play Tergrid Predation? Or do I do Ugin here? No, this is a tough dilemma. Tergrid, Predation, or Ugin. We're gonna go for it. We got nothing to lose except for the game. I mean, we have a blocker, I guess. Oh, 2 lands. 2 lands, Tergrid. Tergrid. Oh man, our Tergrid. All right, that's fine. That's hilarious. We hit 2 lands off it. If it would have hit anything else, we would have taken it. That's funny. All right, so we could Maze Mind Tome, draw a card, block with Solemn, draw a card. So block. All right, draw a card. Tergrid. I apologize. You did not get your effect. This card is so good. It's like the fact that it has the other side to it, it makes it so good. It's very versatile. Like it can be played as the creature or as the lantern. The lantern's a win condition, and then the Tergrid. Like imagine having he drew he drew he drew Troll King the turn after I played Predation. All right, I think Ugin's day or looks like Tergrid's day is short-lived. Tergrid, I'm sorry. Your day is short-lived here. We have to remove this Troll King. And we have Eliminate to deal with Crawling Barrens. So we can kill Crawling Barrens or Ugin survives. Oh, Questy Bees. El Questo. That's 2 of our Ugins gone, man. That's fine. We got Ugin 3 right in the bank. We got Ugin 3 in the bank. Witch's Oven. Murderous Red is good, Joe. Ugin 3. Let's see what you got. What you got? What you got? What you got? All right, we got the -4. I wanted to take some of these Ugins up for the Great Henge, but yep. All right. Hold Murder. Yeah, let's see what they got. Oh man. He has 3 lands. He has 3 lands. Alright, whatever. That's good for us, technically, because he has 3 lands. I mean, he gets to draw off Crawling Barrens in the other land, but still. He's gonna try to attack us. We have Eliminate to kill it. Yep. So he gets to draw 1 card here because of the man land, or what, not the Bonder's Enclave or whatever it's called. Then he can sack it, get 2 food. The hands is just drawing them. Ooh, Vivian. Well, we have Murderous Rider to kill it, and then we have Ugins plus to kill the token, so that's fine. Oh, another Eliminate. That's not bad. I'll take that. It's another removal for early cost. We could also draw cards. We could also pump Crawling Barrens. We could also cast the Murderous Rider. So we have what, 4, 5, 6 mana. We can even use Castle and use Eliminate in the same turn. So Gusarino. Gusarino, he's here. Gusarino. Mammoth. Where was these creatures when I had Tergrid in play? When I was Remorsing and Predation. Witch's Oven. He has multiple Witch's Ovens, so now our removals are kind of dead in a sense. So we have to kill Mammoth here, and the reason why I'm doing this is so I could use Castle and only take 1 life. Yep, you draw a card. And then you could sacrifice it, blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Draw a card, and then we could attack him, gain some life. Another land. Another land. Alright, so plus Gilded Goose. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 12, 13 mana now. Look at all look at all those food tokens. Predation. Alright. What you got? Oh, okay, we have to take 4 clicks. Otherwise that would have been lethal. 4 clicks would have been lethal because it has trample. We live. We live. We survive. Thank you, Predation. I love you. I love you, Predation. Alright. Mammoth, draw cards. Dude, how many? This guy's just drawing. Almost drew like his whole deck. This guy's almost drew his whole deck. Mammoth number 2. Mammoth. He's just drawing a bunch of cards, man. We can't stop that. Well, we could if we get up to 9, but we can't stop it yet. Decline. Extinction event. It's odd, odd, odd. Attack, call odd. Sure. We need, so we're attacking because the life gain also. We want the life gain. He gets to draw a card. He gets to sack them both. But that's not the point. We want to gain the life and not exile our Murderous Rider. We have a lot of black. Let's just tap black in case we need to animate both Crawling Barrens. Draw a card. Draw a card. It's an interesting graveyard. So there's only 1 Troll King so far. So there's 3 more left in his deck or something like that. I'm assuming they run 4, right? Or is it 3? So either way, he has a lot. So plus. Okay, now technically Henge can die. Technically. If it doesn't receive damage. Go the Goose is fine. Gusarino. Wow, this is a long game, man. Okay, Mammoth. What a game. There's Troll-King. The Trollarino. I mean, he's setting up a lot to his board, but we have technically Ugin's -9, so we can exile his field. 6, 7, 8, 9. We could 10. We could pump Crawling Barrens twice, or we could draw a card and pump Crawling Barrens. Solemn Lacrum. He has 20 food. He'll sack Troll-King, unfortunately, if we have any board wipe effects. Extinction, he can just... So I'm an extinction here. If he sacks it in response, he's gonna sack Troll-King in response because he doesn't want to exile, and then when he does that, we call odd. And we remove his board. Yep. There we go. Sure. I don't know if we're ever going to get rid of Troll-King because of the Witch's Ovens. And we can't get rid of Witch's Ovens because Ugin can't get rid of colorless, so. Looks like we're going upstairs. This is a game, man. This is a game. Alright, Maze Mind Tome draws those cards. How do I get rid? Okay, so the only way we can actually get... Alright, we're playing to this. The only way we can get to remove Troll-King is we need Tergrid. Oh, question bees. We need Tergrid and a removal. So we can animate Crawling Barrens, make it a 6/6 block questing beast. We don't die. I think we have to do that. Alright, let's see what you got though. So he doesn't want me to draw cards. Okay. He wants to get rid of my Maze Mind Tome, huh? So I could either chump block, draw with Castle, and draw with Maze Mind Tome, or I can just double. Yeah, I think we have to double. Take action. Yep. I think the trade is better. So block. Because it gets rid of Questing Bees. His Thrashing Broadstone is going to get rid of Maze Mind Tome, so we're going to go into an open field. I mean, technically an open field, but he has the Troll-King that comes back. So it's not an open field. Scry. Heartless Act. It's a removal. So, all right. 17 cards left in his deck. We're gonna go for the mill out plan because a great henge. He has to keep drawing cards. Questing Bees. Trello Crumbs is not a good card for him. Because it's not really gonna do much. So that's one of the mammoth guy, I'm assuming. So Ugin, I think we get the Ugin. Yeah, we're draw 7, gain 7, put 7 permanents in play. All right, so we get the... Oh, that's actually not a bad draw. It sucks that you can't choose which side you want, though, because it says put in play, so you can't... I don't think you can choose, because I have 2 of them, so I don't think I could choose the back side and the front side, so... All right. This dragon is actually pretty good. It grabs you 2 cards you want. All right. I think we want Murderous Rider and Blood Chief, right? Blood Chief and Murderous Rider. So if he okay, so here's a neat little trick. If he uses Witch's Oven, which I think he will, because Tergrid is a very unique card. No one really knows exactly how. I mean, people know exactly how it works, but But if he sacks it here, so we're baiting because he's been sacking it every time. So I think he's gonna miss Tergrid's effect. Boom, got him, got him, got him. See, got him, got him. Yes, got him. He can no longer. Got him. We got him, boys. I knew he was gonna do that. I knew he was gonna do that. Got him, boys. All right, let's play this other Tergrid as the artifact. We got him, boys. We just came back in the match because of Tergrid. Came back because, yep, there's Mammoth. Tergrid for the win on the stack. Let's kill it. He draws a card. So we have to do this on the stack because otherwise it puts a counter on it and then the hard attack can't kill it. And if he sacks it, Tergrid grabs it. So he can't use Witch's Oven anymore. All right, here we go again on the stack. We have to kill this on the stack, right? Do we? Let's see what he does first. Tergrid, I love you, man. She's amazing. So sack of food, yeah, blah blah blah. All right, let's see. Viviano. So we could have killed it in response, but then he could just bring it back because look how much food he has. So we're gonna save Heartless Act for another creature. And we have Troll King technically. Oh, another Troll King. Well, I was like, we have Troll King to technically block. Ooh, Eugene. That's a card. Sort of. We'll save it. All right. You're up, opponent. We have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 mana. We're at 10. So we could chump block Troll King to Troll. Oh, he's attacking Ugin. You could have Ugin. You can have Ugin. I don't care. It only had 3. It had 3 loyalty on it. He has 9 cards left in his deck. I think we could win because Henge has to draw him cards. He has to draw cards because of Henge. He has too much food, which sucks. Because otherwise the Lantern would have been doing work against him. And yep. And our Crawling Barons can block one Troll King, and then our other Troll King could block the other Troll King, so. Predation. Ooh, look at this. Here we go. Here we go. Tergrid, baby. Tergrid. All right, I think we'll take this Vivian. Yeah, I think Vivian. Thank you. That was nice of you. I would 3 mana Vivian. That's what. Thank you. I love me some Tergrid here. Love me some Tergrid. Predation was nice. He can't. He has 8 cards left in his deck, so if I start killing these Troll Kings, he can't really bring them back anymore. So animate. We could use this to chump, take action. Well, not chump, but completely trade and block the others. So that way we take no trample damage here. He could only kill one of the creatures anyways. He has 8 cards left in his deck. As he starts casting these creatures, he starts losing the game. Troll King, sure. I don't think he's going to use the Trail of Crumbs effects. Oh, he's going to use one. Oh, you could choose not to add it. Okay. All right. Go to 7 cards. So we just not, okay. Go to 6 cards. He's going to fight Crawling Barons here then. Oh, we lost our 10-10. We lost our 10-10. Float the mana and then just put it on the other one. Decline. The good thing here is we have Ugin to wipe the whole board. We have Ugin to wipe the whole board. He has, I think, 5 cards left. Right? 6 cards. 6 cards. 6 cards left in the deck. We could just reset. We have chump blockers. If he keeps casting, I think he's going to try to go for an alpha strike next turn. I think that's what he's going to do. Yeah, see? Looks like he's trying to go for an alpha strike next turn to win. But he doesn't know that we have another Ugin in our hand. Geez, so much food. But we won this game. We won this. I guess the only way we lose is if we time out. If we time out, that's the only way we lose. Because now he's at 5 cards. Yep. Down to 5, down to 4. Russian broadside. Yeah, see, he's going for an alpha strike. He's trying to go for an alpha strike. It's not going to work. Yep. 2 cards. Yep, we won. We got this one. Because of Heartless Act and Ugin. Ugin's going to wipe his board. Ugin's going to wipe his board, and then Heartless Act could get rid of one of the Troll Kings on the stack. Oh, we get the lands too. Discard 2 lands. I'll take these lands. Thank you. Ugin, good game. What a game. We won against... Holy moly. Are you kidding me? Wow. Never concede, never surrender. Holy moly. Tergrid was MVP that game. Tergrid got me the Troll King. That was huge. And then it got me the Vivian. Obviously, the Ugins did a lot of the grunt work. But geez, that was great. All right, here we go. Mono black Tergrid. Tergrid control. Whatever you want to call it. Tergrid control, Ugin control, mono black control. It is what it is. And what it is it is. All right, so we have 4 lands, removals, Ugins. Seems fine. No Yorion's being revealed, so that means it's not a Doom deck or a control type of deck, so they're on the play. So Fable Passage gives us no information on what deck they're playing. So we play the Mauler here because it comes in tapped. All right, let's see what kind of deck he's playing. What deck are you playing? Red? Okay, that doesn't give us any information yet. Red. So Rakdos? Mardu or Rakdos? Okay, so Rakdos, because Mardu does not run Triton. So we're playing against Rakdos. All right. So Predation is not great against Rakdos because most of their cards are under 3 costs, but it could hit some cards. So Predation is most likely going to be used as a land here instead of using it to like discard their cards out of their hand. So there's that. But you know. Okay. All right, opponent, what you got? Oh, oops, it was on me. Oops. Whoops. Oopsie doopsie. I thought I ended turn, but I guess it didn't. All right, take 2. What you got? What you got? Karaxa, yep. Karaxa. All right, what is not the greatest here to give up? Predation? Predation? Heartless Act? I think Predation is probably the worst one in my hand here, though, isn't it? Right? Am I wrong? Extinction removes Kruxa. Oh, this is tough. I can't discard the lands, Castle or Crawling Barrens because they're a hand destruction. So I need Crawling Barrens to draw cards. I mean, I do have a Maze Mind Tome, but Crawling Barrens is... I'm not Crawling Barrens. Castle is going to help long run. Another Predation. Another Predation. Okay. Presentation. I could also make this deck into a Rakdos Ugin Tergrid control because we could play Cruxa. So Cruxa will give us a huge advantage as well because they could come back from the graveyard. It could discards multiple cards, and if they discard whatever, if they discard land, we get it. If they discard permanents, we get it. So there is a possibility of me making this into Rakdos. But obviously, if you do it Rakdos, it messes up with the mana. What is this? If a giant sorcery control deals double that damage to player or instead. So, oh, because Cruxa is a giant and Bone Crusher, huh? Okay. Well, there's Tergrid. So I think I just have to kill this though, because I don't want to know what he can do with it. Just gonna kill it. I don't know what he's gonna do with it. Let's just kill it. It's day 2 of the new set. Who knows what they're playing? You can bring Cruxa back, but it's fine. We have Extinction. Yeah, see, Cruxa's a giant. And I'm assuming he's playing a lot. He's playing a lot more other giants or whatever, but if I discard Heartless Act, I can then cast it. I think a Tergrid dies if I cast it as a creature again. So, well, guess I should have discarded the Predation, huh? I guess I could play one of them as my land drop. I'll play it as my land drop instead then. So we have 5 mana and then 2 in our hand, so that's 7. So we're 7 to Ugin. We're at 14 life. We're in really good shape here. Yep, Bone Crusher. Yep, we figured as much. Come on. Yep. Another Eugene, huh? I think I play this as a. I should probably. And I mean, I'm sure he has kill spells in his hand, but if he doesn't, we're setting it up for a predation turn. There's his kill spell. He's highlighting my Tergrid. Yep, Heartless Act. Yep. Oh well. We still have Ugin. We still have a Maze Mind Tome. They got 3 cards. We got 3 cards. We got Tome in play. Trying, sure. Another Cruxa though. That's not great. Luckily, they can't bring it out this turn. 5, 6. Nope. Bottom. Alright. Predation as our land drop. Castle Ugin. Draw a card here. We can even pump up the Crawling Barrens. And if our Ugin dies, we have Ugin backup. Let's do it now, just in case we die. He's hitting us for 6. Unless he has, you know. Okay, that's a useless card. Sort of useless. What you got? What you got? My turn. Well, it's gonna help us out on Ugin. All right. Crawling Barrens, counters, play land. Ooh, another Tergrid. Nice. Okay. Ugin, wipe your board. Eugene. And since we're doing a -3 here, even if he casts Cruxa, it won't matter. We can -2 on Cruxa. So I think we're pretty good situated against Rakdos with this deck. What the heck is this? Opponent can't gain life at the beginning of your upkeep. Quick reduce to damage to each opponent. It triggers if you have Quakebringer on the battlefield or if it's in graveyard and you control a giant. Okay, so he's a Rakdos giant deck. Oh, and if it gets milled, I see. Okay, that's why it's playing. Because my Iron Trident can mill it, and then if you have a giant in the field, it triggers. Okay. Yeah, Cruxa, see. So he's a Rakdos giant Cruxa deck or whatever you want to call it. So if I cast Rune Demon, the only card we can get is Heartless Act to kill it. So we can't kill it because he's not going to give us Heartless Act. And we don't have another land because otherwise we could grab Heartless Act and Murderous Rider and then kill it. So I think what we have to do here is plus Ugin on Quakebringer and cast our next Ugin and plus, and because like I said, if he has, so we're gonna take 2 damage off if we go to 4. If we don't, yep, we have to kill it. So play Ugin. He would have killed, we would have lost with the removal spell, so we have to get rid of his threats while we can. That's fine. It doesn't do anything. -2, get rid of Cruxa. Concede. There it is. Concedes. Alright, Rakdos Giants, huh? Rakdos Giant. Alright, let's see. I think what we want in this matchup is for sure Murderous Rider. I think we want Murderous Rider. Skyclave Shades are technically fine because we could discard when Cruxa makes us discard. We could bring it back to Remorses. We could discard their hand. What are we removing here? Blood Chief seems kind of slow, especially when we're bringing Murderous Rider. Take out the eliminates. Don't think we need that many extinctions and 1 nightmare. Yeah. Extinction Event obviously could hit a lot of their cards, but I don't think we need 4 since we have a bunch of spot removal. He's not filling up the board massively. Extinction Event's great against aggro type of decks because they drop and go wide. And this Rakdos deck doesn't go wide. They drop like 1 or 2 creatures, and then that's what they do. This seems kind of awkward. We have 2 lands. I don't think that's good. And I mean, I'm gonna draw, but we have a Heartless Act. We're on the draw. They're not an aggro deck, so we keep because of that. They're not an aggro deck. We're on the draw. We had 2 lands. We have Heartless Act as a removal. If we drew into like say land 3 and 4, then we have, Solemn Simulacrum. We're cooking now. Good thing I kept the hand. We're cooking. Bone Crusher Giant. Got it. Got it. Ooh. Opponent kept a 2-lander. That's not good for our opponent. Bone Crusher. Duress. That's another reason why we didn't want to mulligan, is because they bring in Duresses and like Remorses and blah 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 blah. Solemn. Tergrid. Okay, he drew land 3 now, finally. You could take Tergrid, but I could kill it with Heartless Act, so that doesn't do anything. I just casted a 2-mana. Look at my hand, technically. So your head. Double Nightmare, Murderous Rider, Termit of Calls. I have double Ugin. So I think I take Nightmare here because Nightmare can kill my Solemn on its first effect. The second effect can discard Ugin. I don't care about the exile effect, but the first 2 effects affect what I have currently. And if I let him have both of them, he could take both my Ugins. Murderous Rider can kill Ugin, that's fine. I'm pretty sure we take Nightmare here. He's gonna play his other Nightmare here and get rid of one of our Ugins. That's fine. Or he could play Timber and start building a board and start milling, sure. I personally would have played Nightmare, but I can see why he did that too. So 3/6. So we can't cast. So we're gonna cast Tergrid as the artifact here, and then Remorse the other Nightmare. Hmm. So play. Let's Remorse. We're gonna take most likely the Nightmare. Yeah. We don't care about Skyclave Shade. We don't care technically about Murderous Rider. Because, yeah, it gets to kill our Ugin, but, I mean, okay. So we should take the other Nightmare here. Alright. And then we just play the Lantern. Lantern. Tergrid. Tergrid's Lantern. We need lands. We need lands. We need Ugin. Alright. That's good. Let's see what you're gonna do. Are you gonna sack or are you gonna gain life or lose life? I'm assuming lose life. Or you can also discard Skyclave, I guess. Or you could discard that because you have Bone Crusher Giant in play. I don't know if I... And you can't cast it, I guess. Sure. So we're going to take 2. We could chump block Bone Crusher and take 4. So we're taking 6. We're taking 6 at least as 6. Because we block Bone Crusher. And then we use... Yep. So we take 2. Scryed. Yep. We have Tergrid. We need a land off the top. I might use Castle to draw because we need a land, depending on what Solemn. I don't want to use Castle and then if it's a land, because then we take 3. So I'm gonna wait to see what Solemn gets me. If Solemn gets me a land, then I don't need to use Castle. Otherwise, we're gonna take 3 damage for no reason. Because then I could just put counters on Crawling Barrens instead. So if Solemn doesn't give me a land, we're gonna use Castle. We go down to 8. And then if we have to use Castle, we go down to 4. Take action. Okay. So now we have to take... Now we kind of have to take 4. Look at his hand. He has nothing in his hand that is a threat to us. If we drop Ugin here, we win the game. I have to castle, right? But taking 4, huh? I could put counters on Crawling Barrens. I could use that to block. And then I can cast Murderous Rider. No, we have to do this. We have to draw a card here. Okay, there it is, our land. Okay, I wish it would have came the other way around, but whatever. -3. I think we won this game now. Like, we always have so many powerful cards in our hand. Murderous Rider, the Ugin. You got it. Sure. We have the second Ugin in our hand anyways, and you know about the second Ugin. We're at 4. Bone Crusher, sure. Tergrid. I'm assuming they're taking 3. Cast Ugin plus on the... Ooh, the Ox. That was a good one. That was a good one, because he couldn't cast it otherwise. So we forced him to discard it, and now he can play it. Nice. That was good. Unfortunate, unfortunate for me, but hey. Oh wow. Why would you cast that instead of doing the ox? Because I could just minus this. It's but then I lose my Tergrid. All right, we're gonna take a risk. We're gonna take a risk. If he draws Bone Crusher, gotta play risky. If he draws Bone Crusher, we're probably dead. But if he doesn't draw Bone Crusher, then we're fine. We're solid. We're great. All right. Dodge Bone Crusher. Dodge Bone Crusher. Okay. Okay. We just dodged Bone Crusher because he played his land. He's going to use Ox. That means he has no red mana. And I think we've gotten rid of 2 Bone Crushers anyway, so the likelihood of him drawing Bone Crusher is less likely. 2 Bone Crushers gone. He has a 2 in. I'm assuming he maybe side. No, I don't think he side decked any Bone Crushers out because they're giants. But it's not a great card against us, so I don't know. May have side deck Bone Crushers out. But yeah, since he played his land, we're set. See, there's 3. Oh, he used 3 Bone Crushers. Never mind. We're good. We're good. That's why you played his land, because the odds of him drawing the last Bone Crusher are slim. Sure, Temerary calls. Okay, force you to do something with this. Dude, look at this Tergrid, man. Discard Cruxa. This Lantern is being a beast. And then against the food deck, we stole their Troll King. All right, double predation, huh? Okay. 4/5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't really care about putting Skyclave in play. And especially since he has Cruxa, we could discard it. I think we just do that. Kill the token. Let's attack with Murderous Rider, Extinction. Gain some life. And we can Extinction on Odd. If he doesn't block, we hit him for 2 damage. If he does block, who cares? And then now we just Extinction on Odd and get rid of this Ox. So he doesn't draw more cards. It didn't matter if he did or didn't block Ox. I just needed it for the. I just wanted to play as a life gain effect. I'm pretty sure we win this game. He's at 12. We have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 total mana. That means we can do it 4 times in a turn plus Ugin. So what's that? 12. That's 15 damage in 1 turn. 15 damage in 1 turn with Tergrid. Lantern. You got it. I'm gonna discard Skyclave Shade. Maybe Skyclave Shade isn't great in this matchup. Maybe you don't necessarily need to bring it, but it's fine technically. Because we're expecting Cruxa to be coming out earlier than it did, and then we could discard Skyclave Shade. Okay. It's just lethal on our turn. Because we could do it Ugin plus kill the Skyclave, and then we could do Tergrid 4 times. Yeah. And then Liliana, okay, sure. We could use that to kill. Yeah, we could kill that to kill Cruxa too. All right, that's game. What do you got? Land? Sure. All right, good game, opponent. Tergrid, man. The Lantern did work. Kill the Cruxa. And then, how do you beat this? Discard a card, and then take 6. Love this card, man. I love this card. Boom. See? Lantern control, man. land. Hey, YouTube! Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. I stream weekly, post videos. But yeah, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that notification, like button, follow me on Twitch. I stream weekly. Always check the description of the videos because it has the Stream Decker link, so you can export the deck if you want to Arena. Always check that. It also has the link to my Twitch, my Twitter, all that stuff. So go ahead and check the description. Drop some comments down below if you end up trying this deck out. But yeah, so as you just saw, we just played against what was it? We played against Rakdos. We played against the mono green deck, or food control, whatever, and we played against an aggro deck, which is actually I was expecting more aggro, but I mean we played against two aggros, and a food deck is very popular. I know a lot of the top streamers are actually playing that right now. So the fact that it could beat those decks is pretty good. So this deck is actually not bad. I mean, we beat against some of the nice decks and we have game against other decks. So, but as you saw, it's a Tergrid control. We're either winning with Tergrid's creature side or winning by using the Tergrid artifact. And then Ugin's there to keep boards clear for us so that way we could win. Obviously, this would have been a lot better if the lantern would have been colorless. Then it would have been pretty nuts for Ugin since it can't remove it. But, you know, hey, it's still a great card. So we're not going to complain about that. So we're going to do a quick sideboard guide. Like I said, it's a new meta. So you don't really know what you're going to play against. You know some of the decks that are being played, but you don't know all the decks. So I'm going to give a broad sense of how I sideboard against what and what. You know what I mean? So let's break it down. So if we're playing against like an aggro deck, as you saw, the red-white aggro deck, what we want to do here is we want to bring in the Eliminate, the two Murderous Riders, the Soul Shatter, that's 4, and the two Shadows Verdict, so that's 6 cards. You want to bring in 6 cards, and what you want to bring in is obviously you want to bring in Eliminate, Murderous Rider. Those are cheap removal. Murderous Rider then acts as a body with lifelink, so that's great. Soul Shatter can remove something like against we were playing against that red-white deck. Since they're putting all the equipments on creatures, we can make them sacrifice that creature. And if they have that 1-drop creature that can give something indestructible, it won't matter because we can make them sacrifice it. Shadow's Verdict, obviously great against aggro decks. It removes all 3 costs or less. This card's going to be great against any aggro deck regardless. It's an exile clause. So you bring in those, what was it, 2, or so we bring in 1, 2, 3, 4, we bring in 6 cards. So if we're playing against aggro, you kind of don't want your hand destruction effects in a sense. So what I do is I remove 2 Agonizing Remorses. I don't want to pay 2 mana to take a life to remove a card in their hand, because what if I draw it later in the game? Say I draw it 3 or for turn 3 or turn 4. If I play this to take a life and they already have a bunch of creatures on board, that's not going to do anything. So we cut the 2 Agonizing Remorses. I cut the 2 Lilianas. They're too slow. 4 mana, they're going to have already something on board or whatnot, you know what I mean? And then I cut 1 Ugin, so that's 5, and I cut 1 Solemn Simulacrum. You could also, instead of cutting the Solemn and the Ugin, you could cut the 2 Nightmares. So you have to figure out if most of their creatures are 2 power or less. If their creatures are 2 power or less, then a Nightmare is technically a removal. But if a lot of their creatures are like 3/1s or whatever it is, then remove the Nightmares and leave the Ugin and Solemn in. So, but for sure, you remove the 2 Remorses, the 2 Lilianas, and then, depending on what you see, either remove Solemn and Ugin or 2 Elspeth's Nightmares. So that's what I do against aggro. Now, if we're playing against a control deck, our match should, I mean, it's not great, but it's also not bad. I mean, the part that it's not great is we have a bunch of removal, but the part that is great is we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 10 hand destruction cards in the main deck. Plus we have draw power, we have Ugins, and then we have Lantern. They can't get rid of the Lantern itself, so that would just win us the game right off the bat. And then we're both running Crawling Baron, so that doesn't matter. You know, they have Ashiok, we have Ugin, we have Liliana, you know, and then, like I said, the Lantern itself would win us the game against control because they're just trying to drag the game on. So you play one of these hand destruction cards, see if they have a counter spell, and then play the Lantern, and then you just win off that. So against the control decks, obviously, you just remove your removal. So against control, you want to bring in 2 Duresses, 2 Remorses, that's 4. You want to bring in the Treacherous Blessings, that's 6, because you want to draw cards. And I actually bring in the Riders because it could kill their planeswalkers. So that's 8 cards. You remove 3 Heartless Acts, 2 Eliminates, that's 5. You remove 4 Extinctions, that's 9. And then I do remove 1 Blood Chief, so that's 10. So here we go. Once again, remove 3 Heartless Acts, remove 2 Eliminates, remove 4 Extinctions, that's 9. And we remove the 1 Blood Chief Thirst, that's 10. We bring in 2 Duress, 2 Remorse, that's 4. We bring in 2 Riders, that's 6. We bring in 2 Treacherous Blessings, that's 8. And 2 Skyclave Shades, that's 10. Duress and Remorse, you want to pick their hand apart. They're a control deck. You want to see if any of your spells, your powerful spells, are going to resolve. So that's why you bring those in. Skyclave Shade, if they might keep in a lot of the removal. This is a reoccurring threat. So they kill it, you play a land, you play it. They kill it, you play a land, you play it. They kill it, you play a land, you play it. Murderous Rider, because it could kill both creatures and planeswalkers. The control decks are going to have either planeswalker as their win condition, or if they play like Yorion or something, you can kill Yorion. You could kill Crawling Barrens, and then it also acts as a threat. Treacherous Blessing is there, so you can keep up with the draw spells. So you're going to be using a bunch of hand destruction cards. So once you like dump your hand out, then you use Treacherous Blessing to redraw 3 cards. So that's what it is. So against control, that's how I would sideboard. Now, if we're up against like a mid-range deck or something, you don't really have too much here just because we already have so much against mid-range. So if I'm playing against a mid-range deck, I like to bring in the 2 Murderous Riders and 2 Agonizing Remorses because it's a mid-range deck. And what I like to cut against mid-range, Eliminate's usually not going to be great here because their creatures are roughly going to be around 4 or 5 costs. So that you got to be careful about that. But what I do remove is I remove 2 Nightmares because that's probably not going to help out here. I remove 1 Eliminate here, and I go ahead and remove 1 Extinction Event. Solemn you want to keep because of their mid-range, you want to ramp into Ugin. So you cut 2 Nightmares, 1 Eliminate, and 1 Extinction, and you bring in the 2 Riders and the 2 Remorses. The reason why you cut Extinction is because they're mid-range decks. Their creatures are going to be powerful. They don't need to cast too many creatures to win the game. They might have 1 or 2 creatures out there, and they'll just win off that. So cutting 1 Extinction is fine. Extinction is great against when the decks go wide. And when they go wide, this just removes it all. Mid-range decks aren't going to go wide. They're going to drop 1 or 2 creatures and then try to win with those 1 or 2 creatures. So it doesn't do us necessarily that great, and it's a sorcery speed. I'd rather bring something in at instant speed to kill their 1 or 2 creatures. So that's against mid-range decks. So you got aggro, you got control, you got mid-range. Like I said, it's a new format. You don't really know what's going to be the meta. And like I know all right off the bat, there's going to be Doom decks, Yorion decks. And you should be, like I said, against Yorion decks, you bring in 2 Remorses, 2 Duresses, you bring in Skyclave Shades, Necromentias, you bring in Treacherous Blessings, and then you just remove all your removal. You remove the Heartless Acts, you remove the Eliminates, you remove the Extinction Events, Blood Chief Thirst, you just take out that against Doom decks, and you just bring in hand destruction, recursions, draw powers, removal, stuff like that. You don't bring in murders, right? But you could bring in, but you just take out your removal, and you bring in threats against their hand. That way they can't cast their big spell. So that's against like a Doom deck. Like I said, you don't really know what the format is going to be, but that's the general broad sense of how I sideboard currently with the meta that I'm seeing. Like I'm seeing different decks every time. You saw 3 matches. I've played this deck probably I think 7 or 8 matches so far. All 7 or 8 matches have been different decks. So I gave you the 3 decks that are probably going to be seen more often than not right now in the beginning. Food's going to be great. It's still a great deck. It got some new cards. So it's still going to be, it was a great deck prior to Kaldheim. It's still going to be a great card now. Rakdos, you'll see because they got some new utilities. You know, I don't know if they're going to play Tergrid, but Tergrid technically works well with their deck because of Cruxa. They got Oxes, they got Liliana, so I figured Rakdos would be there. And aggro deck, red white aggro, mono white aggro, whatever you want to do it, that's going to be a big deck. I know some of my friends have been talking about a lot. They've been playing against a lot of white aggro, red white aggro, whatever it is. But yeah, so this is the sideboard. If you need something specific, drop a comment down in the comments, and I can give you a specific sideboard guide to that deck. But otherwise, that's the general broad sense of against the 3 types. And like I said,
If you're playing against a lot of combo decks, add more Necromancias in the sideboard, because this could just straight up call a combo out. Tibalt Trickery, if I start seeing, I know Tibalt Trickery is probably going to be a best of 1 deck, so that's why I don't have too many of this, and this is a best of 3 deck. But if you start seeing it a lot, put more of these into the sideboard, and you could just take their combo out. Obviously, you have Duresses, Remorses, you could take their combo out right there, but just straight up calling Tibalt Trickery should win you the game anyways. So, but yeah, that's the sideboard guide. Go ahead and subscribe, hit that notification, like button, watch me, check me out, check the description of the video. It has a stream decker link, and I'll see you guys on the next video.